Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? Kind of running out of batteries here, so charging through my computer. But today I want to talk about, as you can see from the title, but I actually don't know what I'm going to tell you yet, but you'll see it. I want to talk about how to not get shamed by girls, right? When you're hollering at women and you're trying to start a new relationship, and you're going around talking to people, be it online, in person, in random locations. You're just kind of like doing all you can do to get involved in someone's life, right? Now, when you're doing that, a lot of people will tell you that you're being intrusive, you're being rude, you're crossing boundaries, right? Now, all of that is total bullshit, like total bullshit, right? You have to understand that people, especially women, right? They want their space no matter what, okay? And what do I mean by that? They want their space, but not every single person is like that. Not every single person is going to be is going to give you such a harsh rejection, a scathing rejection, right? Sometimes, like nowadays we're online, right? So if you're online talking to a woman, you may get a scathing rejection, and the first thing they want to do is shame you for even talking to them, as if you were not good enough to talk to them. You have to get some thick skin to get past that. Otherwise, not only are you not going to succeed in finding a partner, you are not going to succeed in life, because your voice becomes much more dim. It becomes much more soft and feeble. You become a feeble person, okay? If you're afraid of getting shamed by women, you are becoming a feeble, weak person. You have to be able to take on all that, right? You have to be able to carry all that weight and still push forward. Now, it's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. For some people who are not used to it, who are not used to pushing against the grain, who are not used to being persuasive and being repetitive. Now, repetitive, that's something that you want to be careful for, because you do not want to be harassing somebody, right? You might just try once, maybe twice, and then that's it. Maybe three times the charm, but you don't want to be too repetitive. But when you're in the middle of a conversation and you run out of stuff to say, don't be afraid to repeat what you just said, because a lot of times people, you tell them something one time, they don't hear it the first time. You literally have to cycle through and say it again, so it's ingrained in their mind, right? You want to be able to talk to someone, tell them what you think, and at the end of the conversation, ask them some questions about it. We don't end the conversation with some questions. Always at the end of it, if you're trying to get the woman's phone number or her email, ask them for it. But if you already have that information, just tell them that you're really happy that you've been able to talk to them, and you hope that you can talk to them again and many more times in the future, and end it like that. Don't say, "Oh, thank you for letting me talk to you," like you've never talked to someone before. It's very, very important. It's very important, okay? You don't want to seem as if you've never talked to someone of that status, of that beauty in your life, and you're so grateful that they stopped to talk to you, or anything like that. You want to sound like you're used to doing this. No thank yous for it at the end of it. You just tell them that you're really provoked by their intelligence, very stimulated by their presence, and you hope to see them again. End it like that. Don't be like, "Oh, I'm so happy to see you, I'm so thankful, I'm so grateful," because they're gonna get this feeling, right? I don't know, I'm not a woman, but from just from experience, they get this feeling of you're a needy person, and how dare you even talk to them. Now waste their time, and then now they're going to want to get into shaming you for talking to them. And it's very, very quick. It's a very, very quick, that could happen within like 10 seconds, depending on your attitude, and how on calm you are. If you're very, very calm, you'll be fine, you'll be okay. But then again, there's women out there that are going to automatically want to just trash you, bash you, shame you. That's just how it is. And you can't get around it. There is no technique to get around it. The only way that I know to kind of navigate around it and make sure that you don't run into those type of people is to, one, case them, know your target. Know your target. Number two, know your surroundings, where you are. Like, be aware of the surroundings of where you're talking to the person. If the person's at the gym and maybe doing some kind of exercise, maybe not then. Maybe you want to wait till they're, at the coffee shop. But just case them. Don't just stalk them. But you sort of kind of have to, you're like a hunter, you kind of just have to. Timing is of the essence, okay? And location is very important. Like, think about how you would want to be talked to and what location. But you can be, brave and try a new location. And the third thing is whether or not they're with their friends or not, because people in general are different when they're around people, around their friends, and depending on what type of people they're around. If they're at work with their coworkers, they may not want to talk to you. It really depends on the level of on the heat, on the level of attraction you're at. If you want to actually go into their office and talk to them like that, which is, it's highly unlikely that anyone's going to want to engage in conversation with you, unless you're just like, you just know that you've got this in the bag. But if you're at the mall, yeah, of course, definitely. All the common places, the bar, the mall, at school during recess, during lunch hour, those are all high times to talk, okay? And you shouldn't feel ashamed to do so. Now, online, you want to be careful when you're online, depending on what platform you're on. But, at the same time, because when you're online and you type something, you send something to someone, you send an email to someone, they're giving you your email, and you don't know, am I allowed to talk to someone in this manner? And it's in writing, so it's very easy to shame you when you do something in writing. Emails, posts, anything and everything could be used against you. Now, what do? You cannot do anything about that. That is on you, and you have to be able to prepare your emails in such a way. Your language has to be, and you have to analyze your language in such a way where you're just teetering. You're just teetering on the edge of getting shamed and not. You want to just keep it very professional, but at the same time, kind of open to suggestion. Okay. Now, if something just blows up in your face, just be aware that it could blow up in your face, and just be mentally prepared for that. Okay. And don't let that stop you. Don't just say, okay, this blew up in my face, now I'm out the game for 6 months. Like that I've seen that happen to people, and it's really sad that happens to people, but it does. So you do not want to get out the game because you've been shamed. Like, in anything that you do, this can happen, and not just talking with women, but this can happen in sales. This can happen trying to get into a club. This can happen in so many instances that it can just make you recoil into your shell and never come out again for a while, until you get over it. You want to be able to have something happen to you, learn from it. There may not be anything to learn from. Just have something happen to you, and you just continue. Okay, you just continue with your plan, and just keep going at it. You'll get what you want. Now, if you guys have any questions, ask me in the comment section below. And yeah, happy to have you guys here. Subscribe, hit the like button, helps my channel out, and have a fantastic day. Peace.